It's been a fun and very exciting morning here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And how's this? We are in the kitchen and we're about to show you the flavor-packed Shakshuka. Features Woolies' new colourful free-range eggs. It's going to have some green chilli, mustard seeds and potatoes fried in some butter, and it's going to be served with some naan for just mopping up that delicious sauce. And in the kitchen to show us how it's done is, of course, Chef Clem Pedro, and Arno van der Vestes, and also joins us in studio, an agricultural technologist for Woolworths, to chat about Woolies' free-range eggs. Good morning, gentlemen. I'm standing here because I feel like this is going to be a really fun egg chat. And of course, Chef Clem, you're going to be making up this delicious meal while we all chat eggs.
You're going to chat, I'm going to cook. I'm going to be on the side, doing my thing.
You're going to be an extra.
An extra.
I'm stealing that. That was his line. That was his line. But
that was my only line for the whole entire segment, so I'm basically done.
Okay, so what are you starting off with, Chef Clem?
I'm going to go through this very quickly, so while you chat, we can just kind of see what's going on. We're going to make a shakshuka, which is, it became so popular during lockdown, like really big, bold breakfast that'll keep you going for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
We're going to add spices like the mustard seed and some heat with a green chili.
Ooh.
And then just to make it even more, we're going to just bulk up even more by adding potatoes. And then the star has to be our eggs, and they're going to be nestled inside that sauce to finish it off. Okay.
Well, Adna, I want to ask you, looking at these eggs, they're colourful. How do you get them like that?
So yes, that is because of the uniqueness of the colours, because of the breeds that we do use in our laying hens.
Okay.
So they've got a specific genetic trait that produces these colourful shells. And we then also take some hens and we crossbreed them with each other to produce, or just to play around a little bit with the colours. So for instance, if we take a rooster that has blue genetics and we cross it with a hen with brown genetics, their offspring will produce eggs that is green in colour.
Oh, wow.
So many people think that we actually dye the eggs, but that's not true.
Okay.
So if you boil the egg and you take that thin white film inside of the shell, you peel that off, you'll see that the inside of the shell is exactly the same colour as the outside of the shell.
Oh, fabulous. I have to be honest, I have never seen eggs this beautiful colour. Now I understand when people say like egg blue. When people talk of paint colours.
Yeah.
Yes, this is incredible. So are these eggs free-ranged?
Yes, so all eggs sold in Woolworths, including these colourful eggs, as well as all the eggs used in our Woolworths branded products, are produced from a free-range farming system.
Okay, and then tell me, what do the chickens eat? Like, I'm pretty sure they're not enjoying some shakshuka at the moment. Like, what would their diet entail to produce these beautiful eggs?
So it's basically a standard diet, but what makes us different is that we don't allow any animal byproducts in our feed.
Okay.
And also no artificial colorants. So that is why sometimes you'll see that the color of the yolk will be a different shade of yellow.
Okay.
And then also our hens are never allowed to be given routine antibiotics or growth stimulants.
Okay, and then do you let the henne en die hane laat jy hulle saamkuier?
No, unfortunately not. Just for the breeding of the eggs, but not the ones going onto shelf.
Okay, cool. Oh, well, there we go. Chef Clem, how's it going over there? I see you've added your potatoes, you've added your spices.
So what you're going to do is, once you've added your garlic and your chili and your mustard seed, you kind of like just sit back and wait for the mustard seed to start popping.
Ah.
That's when you know you're good for the potatoes. And we actually cook the potatoes a little bit before the time, just to soften them slightly. That's going to go in there. If you have time, let us cook for like really long till potatoes start to catch a bit and get a bit brown. Then we're going to go in with tin tomatoes. And
I love how easy they make it. You don't even need a tin opener.
I mean, it's the easy thing just to put this little ring on there.
Yeah.
Tin openers.
They never last. They always break.
Do you know how many people that I've found that don't know how to use tin openers as well, by the way? It's true. It's true. But I mean, yeah, this makes life so much easier.
I know.
And then we don't waste.
My parents tried to be fancy and they had like one of those electric tin openers at one stage. Yeah. And it was fun. And then you're like, okay, we don't really eat that many tin foods. So then it becomes a waste. There
All
we go.
So what you're going to do is you're going to add your tomato sauce and let that cook down a little bit. You want it to intensify. The longer the tomato sauce cooks, the richer it's going to become. So to that, we're going to add kale. Okay? It wasn't just a 2017 trend. It's a real thing. Okay, cool. So that's going to go in there. This is going to be our little nest for our eggs.
Oh, fabulous. And tell me, I don't know, for you working, you know, with this is something that you specialize in. How many eggs do you eat a week?
Personally, I'd say roughly about 6 to 10.
Okay.
Yeah, we love our eggs in our house, and our dogs eat them as well.
So they do? Yeah. Oh, fabulous. And in terms of, I used to be a sunny side up type of girl. Now I prefer I go through my phases. Now, like scrambled eggs is my go-to. What do you prefer?
Yeah, all of them actually, but I really enjoy an omelette.
An omelette, that's always amazing. Chef Clem, how about you?
Crispy fried, sunny side up, runny yolk. That's it.
Crispy fried.
It's the best. And that makes the best breakfast meal on a piece of like sourdough toast. That's it. Just that, butter, and a crispy fried egg. Happiness. That's all I need.
So I went away with the long weekend with my girlfriends, and the cabin we stayed in had one of those like cast iron pans that was non-stick. So they panicked. They were like, how are we going to fry our eggs in here? I was like, no, I've seen my mom do it. So I did it, and I managed to do beautiful crispy with these soft yolk eggs. And I surprised them with being able to cook these perfectly eggs in a non-stick pan.
And I think, you know, it's actually quite something, because cooking eggs, you gotta like, the more you cook them, you understand how they actually happen, how fast the whites will actually set before the yolks do. So it's all about practice. And then that's why chefs actually test their students and say, cool, make me a perfect omelet. That's gonna be your exam for the day. And it's all about temperature control and kind of like just observing what's happening in the pan. Okay. So well done, you.
There we go, thank you. I don't know if this is a silly question, but like, how long does it take for the hens to, you know, produce these eggs?
So hens roughly lay 1 egg per day.
Okay.
And then if you take that egg and you incubate them, it takes about 21 days for that egg to hatch.
Okay.
The chicks then have to grow for about 22 weeks before they can start producing their own eggs.
Okay.
So it's quite a lengthy process. But we were able to get to source a handful of hens that produce these eggs. And we basically expanded our flock from there. And our 3rd generation of colourful layers are starting to lay in the near future.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting. So obviously we have these blue color ones. Like, are there a chance of purple ones coming out or any other variety colors? Like, I'm very intrigued.
At this stage, no, we're not looking into that. But hopefully in the future, yeah, we'll see how the breeding programs go.
Pink eggs and purple eggs. You
That'd be lovely, yeah.
That is beautiful. Chef Clem, how is our dish coming along?
Okay, so I popped the lid on so I can steam, so we can start cooking. You can see the whites are already starting to set. The lid goes on. You can do this in the oven as well, but I like it just with the lid on. I'll leave it off for a second. So what I do is I serve it with some toasted naan, and I think that's just the best way. So you can kind of break the bread off, like scoop it up, just eat it just like that. We eat a lot of eggs at home, and I think in South Africa, people eat a lot of eggs. If you think about it, it's like the cheapest source of protein.
Yeah.
And it's an excellent source of protein.
And it comes packaged already in its own little shell, which I think is absolutely amazing. So, I mean, to embrace eggs and to kind of like fine-tune it and to really focus on the quality and now the creativity of it as well, I think it's so like amazing. Like, we're going away this weekend. We've got 4 of these boxes in. We're feeding the masses. They are so beautiful.
I love the packaging, so you know your eggs are going to be safe. They are beautiful. They are really, really beautiful. And it was so great to hear a little bit more about the process involved. Chef Clem, that looks incredible. I know we didn't really focus on the recipe as much, but the nice thing is we do have that recipe available for you. You can find it at woolworths.co.za if you want to whip up something yummy for the family.
That's for you. That's for you. Here you go.
Thank you. Okay. Excellent. Thank you.